On today's show, March Madness is underway and the upsets have already begun.
Plus, Daily Reveille sports writer Chandler Rome tells us if the LSU bullpen stands a chance in conference play.
So get on the edge of your seat and put on your rally cap because it's the bottom of the ninth and it starts right now.
Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, everywhere there's a face of somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there and you're all alone, a light is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look.
Welcome to this week's edition of the bottom of the ninth. I'm Alex Cheney.
And I'm Patrick Clay. Thanks for tuning in.
Starting things off, the Tigers returned home after a grueling SEC series in Nashville this past weekend to take on the University of South Alabama Jaguars. LSU struggled against righty Matt Bell early until Cade Savick got the offense going with a solo shot in the fourth. The Tigers' bats exploded for 7 runs in the 6th inning. Led by the outfield, the Tigers used their offensive advantage against the South Alabama righties to walk away with a win against a team that won 2 of 3 against a tough Arkansas squad. LSU designated hitter Sean McMullen noted the adjustments that the offense has made and feels the Tigers are well equipped to win this series.
You know, we don't, as a pitching staff, we don't have all the strikeouts that maybe some of the other teams do, but, you know, we just need to make great defensive plays, you know, to keep us in the game. And I think our offense, if we just keep hitting the ball hard on the ground, then we'll score a bunch of runs.
The Tigers continue their homestand tomorrow, opening a 3-game series with Georgia. And once the baseball team took care of business, it was the basketball team's turn.
The Tigers traveled to the University of San Francisco for the first round of the NIT. Could LSU win their first postseason game since 2009? Well, hopefully they would, and I think Jarrell Martin had something to say about that. He
looks ready to go.
Did his best to make sure that happened. The putback slam, this was flying through the lane. 2 of his 14 points in the first half. Big boost for LSU early.
End of the first half, Anthony Hickey with a scoop and score, just making it look easy and just buttery smooth out there. That should be an SC top 10 play nominee.
LSU up 3 at half. Early in the second, the teams were trading blows. San Fran's Mark Tollefson slams it home, cuts the LSU lead to 3, but then it started to get ugly.
At this point, LSU just starting to break away. This three-pointer would put the Tigers up by 16, and LSU would never look back.
Andre Stringer so excited he has to leave the court, but the senior's career lasts one more game. Final score, LSU 71-63. And while we may be preparing for the Final Four, a new LSU program aims for the Frozen Four. I take a look at the newest addition to the LSU sports lineup.
Baton Rouge had its share of wintry weather this year, but another cold front may be brewing.
What happens when you combine Mighty Ducks and Cool Runnings? You get LSU ice hockey.
This isn't the team's first go-round, but junior kinesiology major Elle Schwartz saw a defunct club with past administration issues and decided to get things rolling again.
We're bringing a concept, ice hockey, to the South, kind of like Jamaica, trying to have a bobsled team. You know, it's unheard of, and it's like, why would you even bother doing that? Like, it's not even a snowy climate, there's not even ice down here.
So where do you start when you build a team? First, you need a coach.
I always thought, you know, I could coach a youth team. Never did I think I would be coaching a club college team at this age.
Senior business major Stephen Musso thought he had hung up his pads for good, but when the team came calling, he was happy to come aboard.
When they decided to get the team back together, they contacted me about possibly playing. And knowing that I was already out of eligibility, I said, can't really play, so I'll help out the team in whatever way possible.
The Tigers just began spring practices and won't play games anytime soon. But Schwartz says it's great to see the club even get to this point.
It's actually really nice to see like all the work pay off. We're actually now an affiliated member of the SECHC. I mean, we're all like one big dysfunctional family now.
The team practices here at Leo, some 20 minutes from LSU's campus, and plan to hold their games in Lafayette. But even if they have to do it from afar, the Tigers plan to build up the hockey buzz back on campus.
We need all the support we can get at this point, so I think it helps us that the Olympics just happened, you know, because people are like, oh yeah, hockey, like, forgot about that, it's a really cool sport.
If we keep growing at this pace, it'll be huge within the next 4 or 5 years.
Patrick Clay, Tiger TV Sports.
Coming up, Daily Reveille sports writer Chandler Rome joins us on set to break down this weekend's baseball series and more.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. And now we'd like to welcome to the desk Daily Reveille sports writer Chandler Rome. Thanks for joining us, Chandler.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely, man. Well, Chandler, you serve as the baseball and the men's basketball beat writer for the Reveille. I've seen you out there a couple times. Last night at that game against USF, what did you see that you liked from the Tigers?
Well, it was a tale of two halves, really. Jarrell Martin was on point the first half. USF really didn't have an answer for him on either end of the floor.
Right.
Second half, the shots from outside started coming. LSU was putrid in the first half from behind the arc. Once those shots started falling, they got a couple from Siobhan Coleman in the beginning of the half, Andre Stringer towards the end. Once those shots started falling, it's one of the more complete games LSU's had in a while.
Well, I think the MVP of that game had to be Bill Walton's announcing, just on point.
Oh, without a doubt. We had an Angel of Mercy reference. We had some Bob Dylan.
Pete Maravich.
Pete Maravich. I didn't know this, but Bill Walton's son played at LSU for Dale Brown.
During the glory days.
Did not know that. Something I learned last night. Bill taught me a lot of things last night.
Bill's like basically a Wikipedia entry for anything basketball you ever want to know.
Moving over to LSU baseball, the Tigers bullpen has struggled a little bit thus far in the season. Going to a big SEC homestand like Georgia, what do the Tigers need to do to improve?
Well, the bullpen is one thing, but the starting rotation is going to be kind of weird this week. Kyle Bowman had the freak injury. He slipped on a baseball on Monday, sprained his ankle. He was the Saturday starter against Vanderbilt. So now Jared Poche moves up in the rotation. The Sunday starter is still in the air. They don't really know who it's going to be yet. But as far as the bullpen goes, I think they have 10 healthy pitchers now. They're going to need contributions from all of them. The older guys like Nate Fury, Kurt McCune, Joe Broussard, they're going to need to anchor the bullpen, if you will. They need to anchor it because there are a lot of young guys coming out of that bullpen that haven't seen Southeastern Conference action yet.
And Cody Glenn's performance specifically this season has been very rocky.
That's what you get with Cody. You get a guy that doesn't strike a lot of people out. He pitches to contact. He keeps the ball low in the zone. But when he leaves pitches up, they're going to get hit. And he's been hit hard these first few series.
He has. Well,
thanks so much for coming on, Chandler.
But
we really appreciate it.
Before we let you go,
no, really, please go.
Oh,
Please,
okay,
by all means.
Final four. What you got?
I got Florida,
Okay.
Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Louisville. And I got Sparty and Tom Izzo winning it all.
Oh, all right. Some homerism here. Well, thanks again, Chandler. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. Sports Showtime has gotten in the March Madness spirit, and the whole staff filled out brackets for our tournament challenge group.
For free. And that's right, Alex. Let's take a look at some of our Final Four picks from throughout.
Obviously, Florida, very popular in the South.
Wow. And let's go ahead and just point out Morgan Beard's West winner. We got
Oklahoma Sooners. Interesting choice.
Also, I like to be the one person that did not pick Florida in the South bracket.
I'm proud of you. But Michigan State obviously representing out there in the East.
Let's go Shockers, Midwest, baby. All right.
If you want to disagree or talk about our picks, you can tweet to @TTV_sports and use the hashtag #Bot9.
We'd love to hear from you.
Well, that's all for our show today. Thanks for tuning in to the bottom of the ninth on Tiger TV's Sports Showtime. You can watch highlights and full episodes online at tigertv.tv.
Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter for the latest news. We are here on Campus Channel 75 Monday through Thursday from 6 to 6:15.
Hey, enjoy the great weather outside. I know I will.
Beautiful.
Probably play a little basketball. For Patrick Clay, I'm Alex Cheney. Thank you for watching the bottom of the ninth, and you stay classy, Baton Rouge.